are joined by sex therapist Dr. Rica Cruz. Hi, Doc Rica. Thanks for joining us today.
I'm on the road. So, yes, good morning, everyone.
Hi,
Good morning,
good
Doc. Thank you for
morning.
joining us. Doc, let's move right to it. No? Gaano ba ka-open na ang Pilipinas in general sa
Oo.
usapin ng sex ed? It's because although we are Western in culture, no, we're trying to be like the Americans, pero parang when it comes to this topic,
Conservative pa rin
we
ang
are
Pinoy.
very conservative.
So, yes, that's true. You can see naman, diba, the opposition, parang backlash for the bill and how they want to about comprehensive sexuality education. This is actually predominantly Christian. And Christian values, as much as we want to say that they're for purity, for them sex is gift, diba? I'm also Catholic eh.
Yeah.
Hindi pa rin malinaw kung ano ba yung linya tungkol sa pag-uusap tungkol sa sex.
Oo.
Parang, di ba, growing up for us, hindi natin pinag-uusapan yung sex.
Tabu,
kasi
oo.
ang turo sa atin, tabu siya, masama siya, pang matanda lang siya. So, yung ganong thinking, ganong mindset, yun yung napoperpetuate up until now. Although, it's very promising because there are groups and there are people.
Okay. Sige, we'll try to get a hold of Doc Rica again. Medyo naputol yung line habang
Yeah,
kinakausap natin siya, which is
it's just
very
a very-
important naman yung sinasabi niya eh. Oh, we'll try. Andiyan pa.
Andiyan
Doc
pa.
Rica,
Doc,
can
go
you
ahead.
still hear us? Doc? Doc? Doc Rica? Okay, so yun na nga. So let's try her again, kasi medyo magulo yung
Kasi
linya natin.
dami-dami natin bills na iniisip pa. We have a lot of laws in place.
Actually, to put that in context, yung CSC, meron na yan eh. Dalawa yung bill na meron provisions. Number one, yung dun sa may reproductive health bill natin na dapat pala, so chinek nga ni Secretary Angara, yung curriculum nun. Wala naman doon yung tinatawag na mga sexual pleasure, etc. Pero ang problema kasi, hindi siya na-i-implement ng tama. As a matter of fact, hindi siya na-i-implement talaga karamihan sa mga public school, which is dapat nandoon yung nakamandate yun sa law natin, under that batas.
Yeah, parang ang akin lang kasi, it's at the end of the day, it doesn't have to be enacted really into law. At the end of the day, it should empower the parents to give parents access to information so that we can better talk to our children. Because nobody knows our children than the parents themselves. Hindi po generalized na iisa ang ugali lahat ng bata sa Pilipinas.
No.
Iba-iba yan, depende sa karakter. Kasi that's the mere fact that we're children of God. God gave each child an identity. So therefore, who knows your child better than you?
So
So you
kaya-
cannot make a blanket approach and say, oh, this law will empower you in school. Eh, what iba ang thinking? Diba, sa
That's
school?
why sinasabi nila, importante yung partnership ng school at saka ng parents when it comes to this topic. Pero balikan natin si Doc Rica. Doc Rica, can you hear us?
Opo,
Okay,
nandito
so-
Yun.
kayo.
Doc Rico, you were saying, go back to what you're saying, Doc. Very interesting.
Yung sinasabi ko po kanina is nagkakaroon na yung mga tao na open to learning more about sex and the
Yes.
science behind it.
Yeah.
Hindi na lang po ito nakukulayan na morality, no? Na dun sa storyline ng narrative of morality. Mas gusto nilang malaman at maituro sa kanilang mga anak at sa kanilang mga kapamilya yung science talaga behind sex and sexuality, which is good. I
Yeah.
think it's good for us because nagiging open na yung perspective natin.
Oo. Pero Doc Rica, I was telling Diego nga kanina, itong mga impormasyon na to tungkol sa mga sex education, sexuality, ay libreng-libreng nakukuha yan online. Pero sinasabi nga nila, mas maigi na isang professional ang tuturo sa'yo, tapos yung magulang mo kakausapin mo, kasi para wala ng outside influence, kasi minsan may buyuan pa, etc. Kung kunyari manggagaling sa kaibigan yung ibig sabihin ng certain topic about sex education. Pero as a parent also and a therapist, paano ba i-open, kunyari, ng isang magulang yung ganitong klaseng usapin sa kanyang anak?
Okay, yun nga po yung sinasabi natin na sex education starts when education starts. And it should start at home.
Yes.
Right?
Correct.
So, kailangan po kunin ng mga magulang yung cues galing dun sa mga anak nila. Ang sinasabi ko po, kapag nagtuturo tayo ng paa, tuhod, balikat, ulo, may sex ed na pong kasama doon kasi body parts na yon.
Yes.
Kailangan na po ituro yung tamang pagsasalita or tamang parts of the body, kasama yung vulva, yung vagina, yung
Yes.
pilit, titi, kiki, yung mga ganon. So, bata pa lang, kailangan po, inuumpisahan na yung ganong klaseng discussion.
Yes, Doc. Doc, yung line natin, Doc, medyo
Pihit lang ng konti para makakuha tayong magandang signal.
Sorry po. Hello,
Yeah,
hello.
go, Doc. Yeah, okay na ulit.
Ayan. Okay. So, yung mga bata po kasi talaga, yung usually nagtatanong kung open lang po yung mga magulang. Ang nangyayari po kasi sa atin, pag nagtanong yung mga bata, ang sinasabi natin, ay hindi yan. Huwag natin pag-usapan yan. Masama yan. Pagtanda mo na. Kaya nasa stop na yung
Conversation.
parang structure of learning. Yes. Yes.
Alam mo, Doc,
So,
I agree with you, no? But the question now is, kasi we're so focused as a country on how to teach our children about sex, di ba? Sa school, sa ganitong setting. Do you agree na maybe it's time na we should have a different approach? Maybe ang ititrain natin yung magulang? Kasi although,
Oh, yes.
let's face it, Doc.
I agree.
Wag tayo hypocrite. I mean, parents, I'm sure the pleasures of sex with each partner nandun. But when it comes to our children, nagka-clam up tayo, hindi natin alam approach. So we teach the parents how to deal with your child.
Yes, sir. Actually, I do give out sex ed for parents workshop. I give out free sex ed for parents workshop. You can invite me anywhere. I'll be there because that's really my advocacy. Because when I started teaching children, college students about sex, what happened was, what I saw is pag uwi po nila sa bahay, nagkakaroon ng clash dun sa mga magulang nila. So, parang kung sabihin ng magulang nila, ay hindi naman tama yan o ganyan, mas nako-confuse yung mga bata.
That's right.
So, mas maigi po talaga na yung mga magulang yung ine-educate natin para sila yung magsabi dun sa mga anak nila. And then, supplementary na lang po talaga yung nasa eskwelahan. Yun din po talaga yung pinupush ko. I really agree that we have to teach the parents. And every time po I go out of the city, kunyari sa mga rural areas po, it's very surprising how they ask me to teach them. Ganun po talaga. Kaya medyo nakakagulat na sinasabi ng mga tao that hindi dapat ito ginagawa, parang gano'n, or
Yes,
parang
that's right.
hindi dapat ito pinag-uusapan. Pero pag pumunta po tayo dun sa mga iba't ibang lugar, pag kinausap mo na sila ng personal, ang dami po nilang tanong.
That's right.
So, kailangan po natin talaga siya ma-address.
Kasi I think Doc, the rationale kasi behind that is there are so many children in this world, iba-ibang characteristics, and now we have integration with the children with special needs. Meron tayong may ADHD, iba ang ways of thinking ng each child. So therefore, hindi pwede ang blanket approach sa isang setting na iisa ang tuturuin mo, iba ang perception ng bata, and pinag-usapan nga namin ang parents na nakakakilala sa bata nila. So siguro, 'di ba, yung sinasabi mo, Doc, we teach the parents, but ang question, Doc, is should the parents approach the child first at a certain age para turuan, or should we wait for us to be approached by the child before we open the topic?
Oh, sir, the child will really ask about their genitals at ages 3, 4, diba, ages 3, 4, 5. They will start touching themselves. So when they say touching themselves, it's not sexual.
Yeah.
It's purely for curiosity. And those are the cues for the parents to talk about, hey, don't touch yourself in public, or yung mga ganun po na bagay. Manggagaling po yun pareho dun sa bata na inoobserbahan ng mga magulang, because katulad po ng sinabi nyo, yung magulang naman po yung may kilala sa bata. And the parents should be very sensitive on what the child needs. at that moment.
That's
What
right.
kind of guidance they need at that moment.
Oo. Yun nga po, no, sundutan ko lang din yung question na yun ni Diego kasi isa sa mga issue ngayon dun sa bill, yung age appropriateness ng CSE rather, no? Sinasabi nila doon, ng isa pinagtatalunan nila, 0 to 4 years old, tuturuan na daw ng sexual pleasure, which is sabi naman nung may akda ng bill na yon hindi naman daw ganun yun. So, ano ba, pag 0 to 4 years old or anong edad ba dapat or ano yung dapat tinuturo when it comes to certain age?
Okay po. Meron po kasing 8 aspeto ang CSE. Kasama po doon yung relationships, yung values, yung safety, yung lahat na po. Hindi na po iisa-isahin. Ngayon, yung mga aspeto pong yun, merong kaya po age appropriate, di ba? At 0 to 4 years old, kunyari, kasama doon yung safety ng katawan. Sino po ba yung pwedeng humawak sa kanila?
Right.
Ano yung mga klase ng hawak ang hindi dapat nila nararamdaman when it feels uncomfortable for them, sino yung kakausapin nila. Meron din pong aspeto ng relationships. Ibig sabihin, sino po yung pamilya nila? Ano po ba ang pamilya? Ano po ba ang pagmamahal in the family? Ganun po yung tinuturo at that age. Hindi po masturbation. Hindi po...
I agree.
Hindi po
parang hindi naman maintindihan yun di ba?
Oo, hindi po nila talaga maintindihan yun kasi yun nga po, parang para sa kanila, it's more self-soothing. And yun, parang naghahanap lang sila ng mga bagay that is familiar to them.
That's right.
And their bodies are the most familiar thing to them at that moment. So, madami po talagang misinterpretation saka misinformation na lumalabas. Kaya rin po siguro nagiging parang parang nagiging clickbait na lang ang mga bagay-bagay na hindi talaga naiintindihan kung ano yung gustong sabihin at yung intention nung parang pinupush natin na advocacy.
Actually, misinformation and disinformation din Yun ang nangyayari din ngayon di ba, Doc Rica? Pero tanong ko muna, Doc Rica, kasi nakikita ko minsan sa mga post mo sa social media. Hindi kita sinustok nakikita ko lang. Pero
friends tayo.
Friends tayo di ba? Pero nakikita ko doon lagi mo sinasabi, sex positive, no? So, ano ba ibig sabihin ng sex positive versus doon sa sex education?
Okay, magkaiba po yun. Kasi yung being sex positive, it's a philosophy. It's a mindset, a way of life. And what it basically says, blanket statement, is that it normalizes human sexuality as a healthy and natural part of life. So hindi niya sinishame yung sex. Walang taboo, walang stigma, 'di ba? Walang guilt na kasama. Ngayon yung sex education po, very structured approach, providing information on science, facts about sexuality, and it includes anatomy, reproduction, relationships, consent, sexual behaviors, yung mga ganun po. So, yung sex education, very structured siya, very concrete. Comprehensive sexuality education na pinag-aralan po talaga. Yung sex positivity, it's a way of thinking of how you see sex. Apo. So, kapag binigyan ka ng sex education, diba? Hindi po ibig sabihin nun na magiging sex positive ka na. Kasi, it's up to you po kung ano yung gusto nyong values and perception on sex. Tinuturuan lang kayo. Parang 1 + 1 = 2 lang po ito.
Correct. I agree with that.
Ayun.
Well, thank you for your time, Doc, and your insights. At interesting conversation. That was sex therapist, Dr. Rica Cruz.
Thank you, Doc.
Maraming salamat po.